It has been my habit for so many years, maybe last 50 years, that I offer my morning prayers with the congregation by going to the mosque. Today, when I was coming out after my prayers early in the morning, I found an old man strolling outside the mosque. He used to come to the mosque and suddenly disappeared since 3 4 months. I asked him, "What happens? Why you stopped coming to the mosque in the morning?" He said, Colonel Saab, since the time this head priest, the Peshimam of the mosque, the elderly Peshimam has been changed and a young chap has come in, I don't feel there is anything to learn from him. And I don't enjoy his sermons. That is why I stopped going and I do my prayers at home only because I don't get anything. It, it was quite surprising for me. My friend, uh, and suddenly then he asked me that you have been very regular. You tell me, why do you come? What do you get in the mosque? And there where I realized the understanding of the concept of worship. So today I'm going to talk to you, my friend, why do I go to mosque? And same is the answer for my Hindu friends who visit temples in their specific times, daily or periodic or whatever. My Christian friends who visits every Sunday for the mass service. My Sikh friend, they visit Gurdwara whenever they have time or with this very sincere and with regularity. I'm sure they must be having the similar reason what I have. Besides your personal belief and religious belief, whatever you have, my friend, remember, life is a magnificent gift, and it is also an incomparable with any other thing. It's a most it's the biggest mystery also. Man alone cannot give himself final answer to the great vulnerabilities or unawareness, far too many awareness which are all around us. Questions like, who am I? Where do I come from? Where I'm going? What I'm doing here? This is the role of, I suppose, all religions which proclaims that the answers are to be found only in the mighty realm of the spirit and nothing else. No human society has ever been known to exist without the some sort of religious belief. Beginning only a few, I think, short millennium ago, with primitive ears, primitive fears, and superstitions. Such beliefs have progressed and expanded until they encompass such mysteries as faith, prayer, sin, repentance, salvation. I can go on and on. My friend, thousands of people are passing up, the richest opportunities of their lives every morning when they go to their respective religious places for worship, or whenever the day starts, they spend few minutes of some uh, half an hour, 30 minutes in the company of the God. It isn't that they don't go, those people who don't go to their worship place of worships, they don't believe in God, they also do. But once they get there to any the place of worship, for me is a mosque, temple, church, or gurdwara, they do not know how to use the limitless power that is within their grasps. For many people, like this elderly person who met me outside, going to the mosque as merely a ritual, I feel that instead of participating in the worship to God, too many people are just following as a reflex mechanism and nothing more. I told him, my friend, you missed the excellent sermons and the warm personality of that elderly priest. I agree. And that is why used to attend this, come to the mosque. And now you say, why should I go? Since you are getting so little out of this young priest. To me, I said, it seems that uh, you could not use the better or the best of the essence of reading or worshipping or visiting the place of worship. I said, "Hey, I don't think you know how to go to a place of worship. You see, you are getting little out of it because you are giving very little. I know that fellow. He contributed enough to the building of the mosque, giving money for his running of the mosque, giving the mats and prayers, organizing some meals for the poor. He used to do it. And he said, what else? I've done so much. Isn't it not giving? The giving I'm talking about has nothing to do with money, I said, or the time you spent in the mosque. I'm talking about how much you give of yourself in the actual worship of God. Worship isn't merely acquiescence. I feel it is an active participation. When you say you don't enjoy going to the mosque, you do your prayers in your own place, or don't enjoy the sermons of the young priest, you are missing the point, I said, my dear. We can't sit back in the pew and criticize the anyone, the fellow people doing the prayers or the priest. We would we are not going for a concert or a theater. You see, the act of worship is an act in every sense of the word, and each of us must share in it. And I said, you tried. I feel that during these few, I said, I am talking about my personal experience. During these few precious moments when I am in the mosque or the place of worship, I return to the source of our being. I leave the turbulence and the precious of the world right outside the precinct of the world and walk into the God's healing presence. I become a child again. And actually, I'm least interested what the priest is saying and not saying. In my quiet moments there, I actually communicate with him, with God, and receives the blessing and the strength for the day. Much needed blessings and the strength. The blessings of peace, and with it, a renewal of strength. I told him, my friend, the peace and strength gives our lives a truer perspective of what is and what is not important, and invulnerability to the world offers. World offers us in the form of affronts and outrages upon nerves and minds. Every day we feel it, we face it. The priest's sermon, I told him, to me, in my understanding, never ever the priest's sermon, whatever he's saying, after the prayers they sit and do some talim. I never sat there. The priest's sermons and the fellowship of other members of the congregation are incidental to their purpose for which we are in a place of worship, complete and alive communion with God. That is why I go there. And I assure you, my dear, I said, although you are elder to me in my age, but I assure you that no one can perform the act of worship for anyone. We got to do it ourselves. It is between you and your God. Please don't come in between at all. In my understanding, my friend, I told him that worship means a complete submission of ourselves, our minds, our bodies, and our wills to a power that is greater than our finite comprehension, much greater than what we can comprehend or perceive or believe. It means a forgetfulness of self, a casting off of everything that blinds us to material things in material world. It makes an inward searching and an outward humbling of self. I come out of the mosque more kinder, more humble, at least for the day, so that I rejuvenate next day morning again. It makes an inward searching, I said, an attitude of reverence and expectancy is required before you enter the place of worship. Worship requires these two qualities, reverence and expectancy. I don't think any religion will disagree to this. All this on this, all religion are in agreement, fully agreement. I need a quiet time. I think we all need a quiet time and a quiet place in which we can see ourselves as part of the greater pattern of things, to measure ourselves and our all activities. Take stock of our actions, whatever we have spoken and done to the people. Cleanse yourself. Come back, come out fresh, recharge with reorientation towards better things to do. In the light of, you're doing all this in the light of the God's presence. God is the witness when you're taking resolve, you're honing yourself, you're cleansing yourself. My friend, truly I'm telling you, it helps me to see the truth. It helps me to become more humble. It helps me to become more kind. It helps me to realize that I'm just nothing when it comes to the size of universe. My existence is just nothing. Bubble is a too bigger thing than my existence. Who am I? Simply nothing. And I need to be reminded this thought every day. That is why I come to the mosque. In the quiet of worship, I find guidance, my friend, and help in personal problems. It gives me insight into my family relationship that never would otherwise have. And this comes from making myself receptive to God. In those moments when I'm in the mosque, I become totally receptive to God. I don't apply my limited brains for anything, any logic or reasoning. Just accept and bow down to that unknown superpower which controls everything. My friend, I told him, don't be discouraged. If your questions, if your problems seems to bring no answer to you while you are there, have patience, wait on God, and you will receive renewed strength and peace. He was happy what all I told him. I said another factor why I come to mosque. मेरे दिल से खौफ खत्म हो जाता है. हर किसी का, हर किस्म का डर खत्म हो जाता है. मुझे अब डर नहीं लगता. मुझे अब डर नहीं लगता किसी की नारसाई से, किसी की पारसाई से. किसी की बेवफाई से, किसी की इंतहाई से मुझे अब डर नहीं लगता। मुझे अब डर नहीं लगता, न अपनी जिंदगी से, न एक दिन मौत आने से। मुझे अब डर नहीं लगता। मुझे अब डर नहीं लगता। That's a reason to become fearless. I visit mosque every morning and be with God. The Elman promised that he will resume tomorrow morning and be part of this communion with God. Thank you very much.